Welcome to Adobe Illustrator Module 6. This module is about being able to import a bitmap or a photograph for tracing purposes. And so importing photographs or importing bitmaps is very, very easy. All you have to do is go to File and then go to Place, and you can choose an image that you might want to import in order to trace it. So I have a little cartoon character here called Robot JPEG, and it was actually developed in Photoshop. And I might like to trace this object so that I can recreate this in Illustrator. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And you'll notice that anything that comes in as a bitmap actually has this, it's packaged up in this box with these cross lines over it, a line here and a line here. That just means that Illustrator is seeing this as one solid object, and it is a bitmap. Now, because it sees it packaged as an object, Illustrator can actually make it transparent, so it's very easy to turn this into tracing paper. You can go to opacity and move the slider over to 50%, and now you have tracing paper. So the next thing that you might want to do is work with any of the line tools or the drawing tools. You could easily draw this out by hand with a pencil, possibly with the paintbrush. I said easily, but it isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, because you have to have a very steady hand. So the way that I would attempt doing a tracing for something like this is that I would grab the rectangle tool and I would click the no fill and open up my strokes and just double click to get a nice black stroke. And I would start making some rectangles because I want to look at the common shapes that are in this object. And also, if I can't see my stroke, I'm going to make it a little bit wider so that I can see it. I can always make the stroke small again when I'm finished. But for this, I might want to go like that and make the chest area, and then make the hip area, and then make a leg and a second leg. And just trace out some parts to this robot approximately in the places where I want to have these objects. And then with what we learned in our other exercise, our previous exercises, we can modify these shapes, because we're going to go into the direct selection tool here, and I'm going to click this anchor, and I'm going to move it over, and click this anchor and move it. So you can push and pull these shapes into place, and that is one of the easiest ways to start working with shape drawing to do a tracing. I'm going to pull in the corner, click this corner and pull it in as well. Click this corner, and you can use your arrow keys too and stretch that corner out. I'm just typing my arrow key over and over again. Sometimes that's a nice way to do it. I'm going to move this one inward and move these up. And I'm almost finished. Oops, I moved the robot. But I can take the robot out and put it off to the side, and then I can see my basic shapes already starting to form.